Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. If you enjoy Atlantic Fleet, make sure to like and subscribe. And actually I've got a bit of an announcement to make straight away. Up until now this has been an Atlantic Fleet only channel, but it will not be that way for much longer. I do intend to branch out into other games as well, and well, another game I like to play quite a lot is none other than Minecraft. Now, probably, well, I'm not sure if any of you are, well, I'd like to think at least some of you are familiar with Minecraft, and if you're not, then it's basically just a game in which everything is made of blocks and you can build, and basically the goal is to survive, and you know, there's different difficulties. You can do all sorts of things in it. You can, you know, whatever you want. So do expect to see a video on that relatively soon. If not this week, then probably next week. Just a heads up, in case you know you see a video from me and it's not Atlantic Fleet and you think to yourself, hang on a minute, what is this? So just a heads up. But now that we've got the formalities out of the way, we can dive into this, and I believe we need to replace, yes we do. Do we? We don't have anything in repair anywhere, do we? Apart from Rodney and Scarborough Flow. Well, that's fine. I mean, I want Rodney to be in the shipyard now. Can't be sunk or attacked in the shipyard. Well, actually, the shipyard itself can be attacked, but not the actual ship itself. Right, nothing in Gibraltar. I'm guessing nothing in Alexandria either. No. Do we have anything in North America, perhaps? No, so we have no... And those are all the places we could have something, right? Well, we could check in the UK, but in the UK we've not got anything either. Right, so what we're going to do is get ourselves a destroyer, because in the UK we should have 4. I know that might seem like a lot, but trust me on this. You need a lot in the UK. I'm not sure if it was in this play or if it was in a different one, but I do remember that having 4 destroyers was the exact number I needed to avoid some sort of catastrophe. So we'll purchase the Delight. And do I do a quick torpedo check as well? Do you know what I will do whilst I'm at it as well? Beagle is on 4, Brazen is on 8, Thetis is on 8, and Triton is on 14. So those can stay where they are. Zenib 1 is on 5, Decoy is on 6. That's also relatively fine, I would say. Boreas and Saint Laurent 4 and 8. Yeah, that's pretty fine as well. 4 and 6. I also deem that to be satisfactory. Yeah, 8's very nice. No issues there at all. 4 and 5 is also good. 7 and 9. Nothing to complain about. 4 can continue as it is. 4, go on, I'll let it be there for now. 10 each is basically the best you can ever hope for, and I believe I was going to send some destroyers in here for rearming. Or had they just come out of yeah, they must have just come out of Gibraltar then. Right, in that case then what I'll do is I will... we've got 2 J class here, 1 A class here, and a VW class here. We've got an I and J class over here. I'll send the Acasta north to the Azore Isles. I will send... I'll send the Jaguar and Juno. Actually, no. You guys can stay where you are right now. I'll send instead the Imogen and the Jervis down here. And now... Oh yes, yep, I remember now. Yep. Vanquisher goes down here, and they will form a bit of a task force which will hunt U-boats in the southern regions, if the need arises. Right, we can finally click next and see what happens. Good start. West Greenland Sea. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 58,010 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 0.5 of July 1941. United Kingdom submarine attacked by enemy aircraft. U-512 receives medium damage in week 0.5 of July 1941. Oh, good job. This is actually good news. Really good news. From the Norwegian Sea, Allied merchants, Allied bombers attack the naval base at Bergen-Trondheim-Narvik, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns, also in week 0.5 of July 1941. Well, that's pretty good. Now, what do we do here? Which one of you has got more torpedoes? It's 4 for the Beagle and the Brazen has got 8. Let's send the Brazen across here then. And has anyone got 8 in here? 5 and 6. No, I'll send the decoy up here as well then. And let's see if we can do a thing. We can, just not what we thought. So here is our first engagement of this episode. We are in week 1 of July 1941 in the UK, in cloudy weather. The destroyers Defender and Delight with no damage, and the destroyer Duncan with light damage, and the destroyer Fraser with medium damage are escorting a couple of merchant ships, 1 troop transport and 1 T2 tanker, and this formation has come under attack in the afternoon from the submarines U-251 and U-513. The German subs have the initiative. Aircraft. Did I even have to ask? No. No way. Ah, here we go. I'll get it this time now. My ability to speak. Unbelievable scenes. We have shut down not 1, but 2 German planes. How did we do that? Could it be that we were using actual anti-aircraft shells this time? I sure hope so, and I sure hope that we can continue on like this. Do we have any aircraft though? Now you see, you know what's coming now, don't you? This is Admiral Playerovski bringing you yet another rant on the lack of availability of aircraft in UK waters of all places, for goodness sake. Well, what can I do? I'll tell you what, I'll go for this submarine over here then. Seeing as this is the one that's got the merchants over here. That way at least the merchants aren't threatened by aircraft. I mean no, that way the merchants aren't threatened by torpedoes, they're only threatened by aircraft. Which are basically just as bad. I would say in a way they're even worse. Like aircraft are even worse of an enemy than heavy torpedoes, because with an aircraft you can't do anything. You're sitting there, you can't shoot it down yourself, which again, if I could offer an improvement to the game, I would definitely say give an option so that we can control how the anti-air goes, and that way, if you're good at shooting, with a ship's main armament, you would expect to have at least some level of success with the ship's anti-aircraft guns. Should I try firing at them, perhaps? It's a bit of a desperate shot, I suppose. It's probably not going to go very well, but nevertheless, we will give it a go. We will open up. We need to adjust for the wind, of course, because, well, we're very far away. Well, not super far away, but far away enough that an adjustment needs to be made. Right, they're telling me to go at 14.1. Fine, I'll go 14.2. Right, Delight, open fire. Shoot. It's not extremely terrible. We did get some close, well, relatively close, I guess. Now we were at 8,000 with this destroyer over here, which I've already forgotten the name of, and we went, what was it? What was the elevation that we chose? 14 thereabouts. I'm going to go I'm going to go up to about 21 exactly. Usually when it's the first salvo, I do just say I'm going to go with what they're telling me to go with because I have nothing better to suggest myself. But on this occasion I do have something better to suggest myself. Or at least I think I do. Shoot. Could be proved entirely incorrect. No, I would say that that's, again, not extremely terrible. Let's turn you in as well, and I reckon if we get enough shells landing close by, we could potentially persuade them to go away, like disengage. Even if we send them away with light damage, which I don't like doing, I will still consider it a victory because, well, one U-boat was sunk outright and the other one was forced to turn away, damaged, meaning that our merchants survived. Shoot. Right, merchants, I'm gonna... There's not really much I can do with the merchants. I mean, flank speed and harder port, but really if they're gonna bring out an aircraft again... They're not. Yeah. They're scared. That's what they are. They've just seen us shoot down two of their aircraft, and they're like, well, we're not sending you anymore. We don't want to lose all of them. Right, in that case then, if they're not using aircraft, we can hold our fire then. And now what we'll do is we will send all the destroyers towards the U-boat to make them really scared. You would be scared, wouldn't you, as a U-boat captain, if you saw 4 destroyers closing in on you, and your merchant ships, the target you were originally after, turning away at great speed away from you. Ah, yeah. So 6,500 yards away still. Not firing torpedoes just yet. 5.5. 6.6 over here. How about now? 4.9. Oh, interesting. Alright. Yeah, you're too far away. Really. That's the upshot. Oh, you're really close. But you know what? Let's do it. Harder port. Stand by the torpedo tubes. 3,900 yards. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's do a drop and splash right here, right now. Off we go. loads of destroyers in the area if there's a need for them, which I don't think there will be. Right, it's pretty much a formality, this. I wonder why they're not doing anything though. You would think. Ah, right. Ah, yes, I see. Alright, that's how we're doing it, is it? 3,900, but at the same time it's also a 3-turn shot. What? Just tell me it's 5,000. Just tell me, look, it's 5,000, you're not making it then. Don't tell me it's 3,900 and then you're like, actually it's a 3-turn shot. And we're not even that close, like this is still some distance to get to it. Why can't I get accurate information? Fine, I'll try and do it with this one then as well, with the defender. Now this is theoretically a 2-turn shot. It's 4,600. Unfortunately, it could prove to be yet another case of the game lying to me, which is really unhelpful when that happens, as illustrated by the need to do yet another drop and splash, because the first one will not meet the target. Right, I'll move the Delight forward, just in case for whatever reason the second drop and splash fails. We're at 3,800 now. I'm expecting good things on the next turn with the Delight if needed. Or are we going to end up in a situation where we're going to be 2,000 yards away and they'll say, do you know what, just to make you... Oh! Right, well we really need this to work now, because what's going to happen next is I'm going to crash 2 of my destroyers together. Fine. I need this to work, so I'm going to have to drop another one in. I don't want to crash my destroyers, because that's going to cause damage to them. And that's not something I want to do. Merchants can just move away. Not in any real danger anymore. Right, come on, we've got 2 separate torpedoes heading towards you. You've got to get hit by at least one of them. There we go, that's 2 of them. 2 of them done the job, and rather nicely, because what's happened here is, well, let's just say that something not great. I don't like it when there's a situation like this. You don't want to be crashing 2 of your ships together, that's for sure. And, well, yeah, that's what we almost did here. But we did it. Well, we finished the engagement successfully, not crashed 2 ships together. Action report. On the British side, the destroyers Defender and Delight end with no damage at all. The destroyer Duncan ends with light damage. The destroyer Fraser ends with medium damage. 1 merchant ship troop transport received no damage, and 1 merchant ship T2 tanker received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-251 was sunk for 800 tons, and the submarine U-513 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,832. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 1,832 renown earned. Uh-oh, I don't like this. North America North Seaboard. Partially sunny weather, week 1 of July 1941. The battleship Warspite with medium damage and the destroyer Restigouche with no damage have come under attack in the morning from the submarines U-506 and U-508. The submarines have the initiative. Alright, so that gives us at least some time to react. Obviously going for the Warspite. And no action. Right, well, what can we do? I reckon flank and hard a port. Do we have airstrike capabilities? Oh, yay! We've got 2 depth charge bombers. Yay! Yay! That's so nice. Right. Well, seeing as we've got 2 of them, actually no. Just to be extra safe, I'll go for this one. I don't trust myself to get it right, so take the one out that's the biggest danger. I mean, I probably will get it right. It's just, you know. We're a little bit too early. Can we get a good run on? Yes. Good. Good. Right, that's fine. That's U-508 sunk before she can fire any torpedoes. And Restigo should just move forward, I think. Just move forward, because those torpedoes are not going to reach you. One more airstrike. Over here. Now this submarine has 5 torpedoes, so in theory, you know, it's it's no longer a huge threat. And let's depth charge. There we go. U-506 has been sunk as well. Good. Let's head back to the Warspite. You're still safe. You are still safe. You're still with me, and I want it to very much stay that way going forward. I want to have the Warspite with me all the time. Right, let's call that done. Action report. On the British side, the battleship Warspite ends with medium damage, the destroyer Restigo ends with no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-506 and the submarine U-508 were sunk for 1,032 tons each. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 2,064. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 2,064 renown earned. North Baltic Seas, Allied bombers attack the naval base at Kiel and Wilhelmshaven, causing medium damage. Current repairs delayed by 3 turns in week 1 of July 1941. Right, well, so far so good, I suppose. No sign of the U-boats in the West Greenland Sea, so I will send these destroyers back to where they should be. Oh, East Mediterranean Sea. Axis bombers attack the naval base at Alexandria, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 1.5 of July 1941. So they've been hit pretty hard, but we don't have any ships in Alexandria, so it's not catastrophic for us. Norwegian Sea. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 56,280 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 2 of July 1941. Now this is somewhat bad for us. Oh, but before we can deal with those, we have an engagement in the Canary Islands in sunny weather, week 2 of July 1941. The heavy cruiser Exeter with medium damage and the destroyer Bulldog have come under attack in the evening from the submarine U-507. U-507 with the initiative. No action. Right, good. Run away. Run. Just run. Run. Straight away. No messing about. You've got absolutely nothing to do here. Mind you, even if you... Well, I could technically fire with the guns, but if I try that, the game breaks. So, it's just best not to do that. Oh, are they firing at the... I'm going to assume that that's at the destroyer. I'm going to assume that that's at the destroyer, but unfortunately for them, I haven't finished my... Oh, my port turn. There we go, now I have finished it. A little corrective turn to starboard, just to get us on perfect heading. and that'll be it. For now, at least. I am glad they're not going for the Exeter though, because then that that takes the pressure off. Destroyers, they're faster and they're more manoeuvrable as well, which means they're much more in a position to be able to get out of tricky spots quickly. And if they are unfortunately hit and sunk, they're also cheaper to replace. Not that I'm, lackluster with the destroyers, or at least I try not to be. Because they, you can run out of them, and then what do you do? Well, exactly. You go out and buy a bunch of battleships because you've got no more destroyers that you can buy. Well, actually, no, you would be able to do that because you'd spend all the renown you've got. So it's a double whammy. You've only got ships that you can't afford, and those ships aren't suited to submarine combat. So that's why it's important to keep hold of your destroyers. They're so good to use against submarines. Really nice. That's why I like them so much. Action report. On the British side, the heavy cruiser Exeter ends with medium damage and the destroyer Bulldog ends with no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-507 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 1,032, merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 1,032 renown earned. United Kingdom submarine attacks by enemy aircraft. U-516 received light damage in week 2 of July 1941. Right, now we can have a look at what's been going on in the Norwegian Sea. Because it's very, very nasty to do that sort of thing. I don't know what's in here, so I will send in. Go on, let's send the Delight in as well, so they get some experience as well. I'll send in 3 destroyers because this could be one submarine, it could be 6 submarines, you don't really know, or anything in between as well. But in the meantime, we have another engagement in the West North Atlantic in week 2.5 of July 1941 in partially sunny weather. The destroyers Vanessa and Vanity, who were escorting a merchant ship C2 freighter and a merchant ship large freighter, have come under attack in the afternoon from the submarine U-223 with the initiative. Oh, those merchants are quite close. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. When you say they're close, how close? Close. I think a 15-degree turn would be the right thing to do here. Right, maybe not quite. Go on. I'll have you do a 15-degree turn as well. Yeah, no, that's quite good. 15 degrees was the correct turn to do for this ship. I mean, it's not a disaster as such, because if we do a 25-degree turn to starboard, we don't avoid the torpedo. If we did a 30-degree turn, we probably would have done. I'm going to gamble and try and turn away to port with this ship. Yeah, here we go. Not good, not good. No. No, I'd much rather that didn't happen. We'll do another 15-degree turn. Alright, now we've got them very close to us. We can drop and splash on the next turn. Maybe a slight corrective turn to port, just to make sure we don't lose the heading that we're currently on. How are you doing? No, you're a tough freighter, that's what you are. That's what you've proven to me now. Taken a torpedo and gone... What? Was that? Did someone feel anything? Unfortunately, they're going to be going for you pretty hard now, so... best thing I can do is say turn and hope for the best, effectively. Right, now you're going to do harder starboard and go backwards. Good. Well, at least this large freighter has avoided the torpedoes. action. Right, well, I'll give you action. Hard port, stand by the torpedo tubes. It's time for another drop and splash. Or at least I hope it is. Time for a successful one. But we need it to be successful because they're going to launch a torpedo on the next turn. So if this isn't successful, we're in big trouble. We could be losing a C2 freighter. I hope we're not at point blank range compared to the submarine. Well, relative to the submarine, actually. But we'd better not be. I'm going to go backwards here with you. Just to limit the distance that we come forward. Turn! Here we go, moment of truth. Point blank range, yes or no? It is, isn't it? No! Moments too late. Our torpedo hits as well. But it was too late for the C2 freighter. Oh. Nothing damaged, of course, which is entirely the reason why the ship is now sinking. As you can see, this totally matches up with this. Oh, why couldn't we have survived for a few seconds longer? Well, there you go. I mean, we did what we could, and we just started out too close. That's what the problem here was. Action report. On the British side, the destroyers Vanessa and Vanity received no damage. One merchant ship C2 freighter was sunk for 5,500 tons. One merchant ship large freighter was undamaged. On the German side, the submarine U-223 was sunk for 800 tons. Warship tons sunk on the British side 0. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 5,500. Warship tons sunk on the German side 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 800 renown earned. Go on, we'll stay and watch this freighter go under. Seeing as it does look a bit like the Titanic. I don't think Jack and Rose are on this one though. No, it's a C2 freighter. No, the Titanic wasn't a C2 freighter, so I'm guessing, you know, wouldn't have done it. Anyway. Right, I will end this episode here. Remember, I will be uploading some Minecraft soon as well, so be on the lookout for that. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. You don't have to watch it, but I do encourage you to do so, because I will be putting a bit of a naval spin on it. So you never know, maybe you'll like it after all. But anyway, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. If you're enjoying the series, then leave a like and subscribe. That helps to keep me motivated to keep bringing you the content. Share this video with those who you think might find it interesting. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.